In the ever-evolving landscape of modern warfare, where the line between survivability and mobility has grown increasingly thin, China has taken a bold step with the unveiling of the VN20, a cutting-edge tracked infantry fighting vehicle IFV, that many experts now describe as the most heavily protected and armed in its class. Developed by Norinco, China's premier defense manufacturer, the VN20 is not just another entry in the long lineage of IFVs. It is a symbol of Beijing's growing military-industrial confidence and a reflection of its intent to challenge the dominance of Western and Russian armored vehicles on the global stage. With its unveiling, the VN20 has not only captured the attention of military analysts worldwide but has also sparked debates about how it may redefine the battlefield of the future. The evolution of the infantry fighting vehicle. To understand the significance of the VN20, one must trace the history of the IFV itself. The concept was born during the Cold War, when military strategists realized that infantry needed to move with tanks in high-intensity warfare, not merely transported by unarmored trucks or lightly armored personnel carriers. The Soviet BMP-1, introduced in the 1960s, was the world's first true IFV, designed to carry troops into battle while providing its own firepower through a 73mm cannon and ATGMs. Its introduction shocked NATO, leading to the eventual development of the American M2 Bradley and the German Marder. Over the decades, IFVs became more advanced, but they also exposed a critical vulnerability. In conflicts from the Gulf War to Iraq and Syria, vehicles like the Bradley, BMP, and Warrior suffered catastrophic losses to anti-tank guided missiles, RPGs, and roadside bombs. Their relatively thin armor, designed to balance speed and weight, proved insufficient against modern threats. As battlefields grew more lethal, the call for a heavily protected IFV, one that could shield infantry like a tank while still carrying them into combat, became louder. It is within this historical context that China introduces the VN20, a vehicle that seems to answer decades of criticism about IFV survivability, design philosophy, protection above all. At first glance, the VN20 exudes an intimidating presence. Its angular, heavily armored hull and modular armor panels evoke comparisons to main battle tanks rather than traditional IFVs. Reports suggest that the VN20 incorporates advanced composite armor capable of withstanding direct hits from large-caliber autocannons and shape-charge munitions, while additional explosive reactive armor (ERA) modules increase its resistance to tandem warhead ATGMs. But perhaps the most revolutionary feature is its active protection system (APS), a suite of radar, sensors, and countermeasures designed to detect and intercept incoming projectiles before they strike. This puts the VN20 in a rare category, alongside elite systems such as Israel's Trophy and Russia's Afghanet, giving infantry a bubble of survivability unseen in previous IFVs. For frontline troops, this means riding into battle with protection levels closer to that of a tank, a psychological and tactical advantage that cannot be understated. Firepower, a mobile arsenal. The VN20 is not just about protection, it is also a formidable offensive weapon. The vehicle mounts a remote-controlled turret system, offering a choice between a 30mm or 40mm automatic cannon. This primary armament ensures that the VN20 can tear through enemy infantry, fortifications, and even lightly armored tanks. The autocannon is complemented by a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun, but its true punch lies in the optional anti-tank guided missiles mounted on its sides. Norinco has hinted that the VN20 can field the Red Arrow family of ATGMs, capable of penetrating modern main battle tank armor at ranges exceeding 4 kilometers. Combined with a sophisticated fire control system, thermal imagers, and hunter-killer capability, the VN20 is not merely a troop carrier, it is a battlefield predator designed to dominate in both offensive and defensive roles. Mobility and engine power. Despite its heavy armor, the VN20 retains mobility that ensures it can operate effectively in combined arms operations. Powered by a diesel engine producing over 1,200 horsepower, the vehicle is capable of speeds up to 65 km per hour on paved roads and maintains high off-road performance thanks to its advanced suspension system. This allows it to keep pace with China's latest main battle tanks, such as the Type 99A and the new Type 15 light tank, ensuring that mechanized formations remain cohesive in rapid, large-scale maneuvers. The tracked chassis gives it exceptional cross-country performance, allowing operations in deserts, snowy plains, and mountainous terrain, reflecting the PLA's need for versatile vehicles across China's vast geography, from the Tibetan Plateau to coastal regions. Comparisons with global rivals. The unveiling of the VN20 has inevitably drawn comparisons with its international counterparts. The US M2 Bradley, though a reliable workhorse since the 1980s, has struggled to keep up with modern anti-armor threats, even with upgrades. Germany's Puma and Rheinmetall Lynx KF-41 represent the cutting edge of Western IFV design, offering advanced electronics and modularity, but at extremely high costs that limit procurement. Russia's T-15 Armata, arguably the closest rival to the VN20, also emphasizes tank-level protection, but its production numbers remain low due to cost and logistical challenges. Where the VN20 may excel is in cost-effectiveness and exportability. China's defense industry has long been known for producing advanced platforms at prices more accessible than Western or Russian offerings. If Norinco markets the VN20 aggressively, it could become the premier choice for nations in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East looking to modernize their armored fleets without breaking budgets. PLA modernization and doctrine. For the People's Liberation Army, the VN20 fits neatly into its doctrine of integrated joint operations. Modern Chinese warfare emphasizes synergy between armor, artillery, air power, cyber, and space assets. In such a system, the VN20 would not just deliver infantry to the fight but also serve as a heavily armed and protected node in the larger battlefield network. This doctrine envisions mechanized brigades where tanks, IFVs, drones, and long-range fires operate together with seamless communication. By fielding an IFV with unprecedented survivability, the PLA ensures that its infantry can survive the first clash with peer adversaries, whether in a Taiwan contingency, a border standoff with India, or peacekeeping missions abroad. Export markets and geopolitical impact. Norinco has already positioned itself as a major arms supplier to developing nations. Vehicles like the VT-4 main battle tank have been sold to Thailand, Pakistan, and Nigeria, demonstrating that Chinese armor has a growing global market. The VN20 could follow a similar trajectory, offering countries an advanced IFV at a fraction of the cost of Western models. Its export success, however, will have geopolitical consequences. If widely adopted, the VN20 could shift regional balances of power, especially in Asia and Africa, where armored clashes remain a possibility. For Beijing, this is not just a commercial opportunity but a tool of influence, binding client states closer through arms dependence. A glimpse of future battlefields. Imagining the VN20 in combat reveals its potential impact. In urban warfare, its heavy protection allows it to survive ambushes from RPGs and ATGMs, while its autocannon provides devastating firepower against entrenched enemies. In open terrain, it can keep pace with tanks, ensuring infantry arrive protected and ready to fight. Against insurgencies, its armor ensures survivability against IEDs that would cripple lighter vehicles. In all these scenarios, the VN20 represents not just an upgrade but a transformation, an infantry fighting vehicle that is as much a frontline assault asset as it is a troop transporter. A defining moment in armored warfare. The VN20 is more than just a new weapon system, it is a statement of intent. By unveiling the most heavily protected tracked IFV in the world, China has announced its arrival as a leader in armored vehicle design. It challenges the West and Russia not only in technology but also in doctrine and affordability. For the PLA, it ensures that Chinese infantry can fight and survive in the wars of tomorrow. For the world, it marks the beginning of a new chapter in the evolution of mechanized warfare. As militaries worldwide study its unveiling, one thing is clear: the VN20 has redrawn the map of what is possible for infantry fighting vehicles. No longer confined to the compromises of the past, the IFV is now a fortress on tracks, and China intends to lead this new era.